Passagers, bonjour, bienvenue à bord de cette Eurostar à destination de...
Hello and welcome to probably the most exciting vlog series I will ever do. I'm currently sat in the Disneyland hotel. I'm actually so happy. I'm going to do a full debrief when I get to the room. This is meant to be travel day, but when you're travelling as a carer, there is not much time to film. So we have made it to the hotel. I've done a couple of clips, but can I just turn you around? Can you see that? Is that going to focus? It's not focusing. The castle's there. You're gonna have to believe me. I'll show you in a second. I can show you that castle up there. But yes, it's very special. We're having a once in a lifetime trip and I can't wait to tell you all about it when we get to our room.
Hi everyone and welcome aboard the train Eureka. It's a great honor to welcome you today. Our next stop is Main Street, USA. The station of Disneyland and Discoveryland are closed for today. Till this time, remain seated as upbeat and lazy inside the train. And to provide you children, une petite chose, il n'est pas possible de déployer de voir et de...
Ancient temple in the distance. That means we've entered Adventureland, the world. Bienvenue à Discoveryland.
En descendant, et attention à la marche, c'est important. Sachez que ça a été de joie and honoris, and with justice. Magical day everyone, it was a pleasure. We hope to...
Okay, so I'm going to do a story time about how we got here, all of that stuff in a minute. Basically, we're in the Disneyland Hotel, which is a very special hotel, and I feel very lucky to even be in this. But we did some money things, which I won't go into because it's not my money, but money things were done, and we actually managed to get into the Castle Club, which is the club level here at the Disneyland Hotel. If my eyes look puffy, it's because I've been crying. At this room, I'm just stood in what is basically our entranceway, and it has pillows, duvets, a Dyson hairdryer, a safe, luggage racks, our robes and our slippers. Yeah. I'm going to turn around the camera. I'm going to do it in stages because I don't want mum in it. Not that I don't want mum in it, but we don't want to show mum today. But yeah, let me just show you what I'm looking at because honestly I've cried so many times. So when you come in, this is here. Oh, I should say this is an accessible room. That's important to note as well, in Castle Club. So there is a complimentary mini fridge. And then look at this. I don't know if that's going to come off on camera, the fact that that's glistening with glitter and sparkles. We've somehow managed to get Rapunzel. Look at this. Is that not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? Okay, then mum sat to the left of the pan. Out the window is the Botanical Gardens, right. You can't see my finger. Where is it? Here. I believe that's the Mickey mouse hedge. I don't know what it's called, but that's the Botanical Gardens and the fountains at the front of the hotel. Then this is Rapunzel's mirror, which again, I'm going to be careful with the angle so we don't get mum, but it's got her son and it's got all of her hair, all of this. Another careful angle because it currently says our name on the screen. But yeah, the Castle Club. This is the date and the time. And then coming back around here, in here, she said in the jewellery box, you will find your coffee stuff, and in the drawer, you find your coffee accessories and your pods and things. And then in the other drawer, you will find your actual cups. And then this is back where I started. Let's give us a wave in the mirror from a crying Sophie. And then this is the bathroom, which I think is the most obviously accessible part of the room, because we've got the handrails and stuff here for the toilet. We've got a seat like Mum has at home for the shower, and it's just a walk-in shower like that. And then this is currently paired to my phone, and it plays music through the ceiling. We've had Rapunzel on, and I started crying again. So yeah, I just want to say I'm very aware this is not a normal experience, and that I'm very blessed that this has been able to happen, and it's like a once in a lifetime thing. We're never going to be able to stay in Castle Club here again. But yeah, I'm already crying, and it's just been incredible. I've started already taking down names of cast members because everyone's so lovely, and I want to say thank you to them all properly. So yeah. Honestly, don't know what to do or say. We're just waiting for our bags to be brought up, and then I might do our story time about how we got here and stuff, because it's not been very travel day, I'm going to be honest. I'm on the floor unpacking my case, and I just said to Mum, they're going to come in 5 minutes and tell us we're in the wrong room, but I've unpacked now, so I can't move. Sorry. I was about to do an unpacking bit, but you've already seen me pack in theory. So you kind of know what I'm unpacking. But we're going to dinner at Waltz in about 2 hours and 10 minutes is our reservation. And we've worked out a little way of getting there, because the parade starts at 5:30 today. So, and it's half an hour long apparently, meaning that everyone's going to be on Main Street at 6 p.m. when we're trying to get into the restaurant. But Liberty Arcade opens up next to Lily's, which is next to Waltz. So in theory, if we go up the arcade, we'll be fine. Yeah. Hello, this is a weird angle, but we're gonna go with it. Oh no, you can't see me on top of my head. There we go. Hello. This is the most normal I would have talked to you today, and I want to apologise for probably a bit of a weird start to the vlog. I was just so excited I wanted to film, but yeah, basically we had our pre-travel day yesterday. We travelled to London and we stayed in the Premier Inn St Pancras, and that was nice, wasn't it?
Very good, yeah.
Yeah, the staff were really good, and yeah, it was only £115 I think I paid for the night, which it was a 5-minute walk, if that, to St Pancras.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was pretty wonderful. And then we had assistance at the train station at St Pancras with Eurostar. So we had someone take us through, basically this was so Mum wasn't on her feet as long as she could have been. So just trying to limit her being on her feet, and also helping with baggage and luggage and stuff. So we had you have to request assistance at least 24 hours before your journey. So we did that a couple of days ago, and they had like a designated counter when you went through, when you were showing your tickets, to show them, and they saw that we'd booked assistance. We had little chairs to wait until someone could take us down to security. I was like, what's the word? So someone could take us to security, and it's like the same queue as the staff use to get in and out of the train station. So we went through that, and they were managing our bags and everything, so it was really as easy as possible to get through security. And then they looked at our passports, at the border control and stuff like that. And then when we walked like through there, it was the most amount of people I've ever seen, and they were all just standing waiting to get on the train before ours, and I was just, my anxieties kicked in then, and I was like, I can't do this. But then we were shown to this accessible seating area, like, which was reserved for assistants, and like people were standing everywhere. There were no seats anywhere, and we had seats here, and it was so good, wasn't it, Mum?
Very good.
Because Mum would not have coped. Well, she physically can't stand for that long, because by the time we got through security, it was about an hour before the man then came and got us again to take us to the train, because 20 minutes before the platform gets announced, 20 minutes before departure, and the guy came and got us 30 minutes before. He took us up in the lift and then took us to our coach on the train, put our bags up for us, and then we just had to find our seat. So I've been panicking for ages about getting the bags up and down the train, and with everyone around, and getting Mum on the train. So yeah, it was so good. The journey did not feel long at all. I didn't realise how quick it was to get from London to France, and then it's actually longer to take from the French coast to Paris than it is to get from London to France. Like I forgot, I think. But then when we got there, we had a good journey, didn't we?
Very good.
Mum was starting to fall asleep.
I was tired.
We didn't sleep very well last night. Nothing about the hotel really. We just didn't sleep very well, did we? No. So we're running on adrenaline really. So yes, there is a lot of tired faces around in this room. But yeah, so when we got to Paris, someone came on the train and was like looking at people, and I thought it might be security or something. But then when I went to get the bags, he saw Mum and was like, "Are you so and so?" And he was part of the assist package, I guess. Like, we didn't pay. I made that sound like we paid, but part of like the assist program thing is that they have someone on the other side to help you off the train with your bags. So they did that for us, which was extremely kind, because I wasn't expecting any help on the other side. So they basically walked us and the bags off into Gare du Nord. That's where we came into, and then when we reached Gare du Nord, our taxi transfer was standing right in front of the end of the platform with my name on a sign. So the assistance guy was like, "Where do you need to go? Like, I'll help you get there." And I was like, "Literally, the guy behind you is who we need to speak to." So we kind of were passed from one man to another. So we booked a transfer. I think it's called Top Paris Transfers, I think is what they were called. I just did a Google and they came up and they looked fine online. It's really hard when you've never been somewhere before to book something like that, I think, because that was my first time doing it and I really struggled. But they actually called me. I missed the call, but they called me and then WhatsApped me about 20 minutes before the train arrived. And then the chauffeur was there waiting with my name. They were parked a few streets away from the train station, because obviously it's really hard to actually park around, well, it's the middle of a city centre, of any city centre, but of a capital city centre. So yeah, there's obviously no parking. So he was parked a couple of streets over, but it was fine. Even Mum was fine with the walk. It was just, we didn't know where we were going. So, but he was walking quite slowly and he was looking out for us, which was very nice. And then yeah, we paid €90 for our transfer, from Gardner to here. Like I said, I don't know if that's expensive or not. I have no frame of reference really, but I think for the service we got, I was more than happy to pay that. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because they literally took us from like 2 streets from Gardner all the way out of Paris, all the way here to Disneyland Paris, right to the door of the hotel, where we were then picked up by the luggage people. I don't know what they're called.
Concierge.
It was like, yeah, whoever takes the bags, and then we went through security, and then we arrived in the hotel. Because we're Castle Club, we were like, we're not sure where to go, so I went to speak to the bag person, and they got someone to take us up because there's a special entrance on floor 2. So we were taken up to floor 2 to our special little entrance, and then we spoke to a lovely lady who did all of our check-in stuff, and yeah, she's so lovely, isn't she?
Yeah.
We've seen her a
really
couple of
nice.
times now, and she's just so nice. And yeah, our room wasn't ready, so we went to the Castle Club Lounge, and that was where I was filming from earlier, where I was like, look, the castle's there, and then you couldn't see the castle. So we did that. We had just a quick drink because we were both thirsty, and that was like, we got a Sprite each, and it was complimentary in this bar, and we were like, oh, okay, thank you. And then we went down into the park. So we've been around, and we went to get on the train on the railway road. I can't say rail. I can't see my R's today. Rail road, and we tried to get on, but Mum's got her priority pass, which is basically, if you have a disability or mobility issues and those kind of things, you show that and you can get, as it sounds like more priority access to certain rides. You can have a certain area to watch the fireworks and a certain area to watch the parade. Because I filled out the form wrong, basically. There were different colours on the priority cards, and she was given a colour that basically said she was wheelchair bound, which she's not. She's got lots of mobility issues, but she can walk. So I did that wrong somehow. So they were like, I'm really sorry, but with the colour of the card, you're not actually allowed. Not that you're not allowed on the train. Well, no, I guess that is what they were saying. They were saying with this colour card you can't get on because it says you can't, in an emergency, you can't do anything like to get off. And I was like, oh. And he was like, if you go to City Hall in Disneyland Park, then they can change it for you. So we went. And there was 20 minutes till the next train, and in that 20 minutes we managed to go to City Hall. Bearing in mind we're walking at Mum's pace, so we were able to go to City Hall, speak to someone who was then able to get their colleague to help us. We were able to get a whole new card done, printed, given accessibility. Oh, we need to look at that. Where is that? Oh, it's in that bag. Look at the accessibility guide and accessibility map, fill out some forms, and then we came back up to the train station. We're only waiting a couple of minutes, and then we were able to get on the train. And then we went on a nice little ride around, didn't we?
Yeah.
We liked the train, it was good. And then we got a beignet, Mickey beignet, a Mickey cookie at the Market House Deli on Main Street, and then we came and got in our room, and then I was crying. So that's basically the day. that's like the update. Is my chin bleeding? No, I don't. Something was bleeding earlier and I can't work out what it was. Anyway, so yes, it's been a busy day, but a wonderful day. I want to be able to vlog a bit more now we're a bit more settled, but like I said, when we were walking around the train station, it was very hectic. And then we got on the train and we actually travelled Eurostar, was it Plus? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Eurostar Plus, instead of the standard class, because it wasn't much more expensive when I booked it. And it meant you got some food on the train, like coffee, orange juice. We got a pan of chocolate and yogurt. It also meant you get a bit more leg room and a bit extra space in the seat, which was really helpful actually, with me and Mum. What was I saying? Why did I say that? What am I talking about?
Why we went Plus.
Yeah, but why was I saying that? I can't remember what I'm talking about. I'm really tired. Yeah, I was saying I was tired. No, it's gone. I don't know where I was going with that story. I don't know why I was telling you why we went Plus on the train. Why was I telling them that?
Because it's useful information to make a decision for themselves.
Potentially, but I feel like there was an actual specific reason why I was saying that. Anyway, I'm really sorry that I've lost my train of thought. This happens more and more at the moment. So yeah. Oh, I remember. I was explaining why I wasn't vlogging. Because on the Plus class of seats, like the coach we were in, deadly silent. Wasn't it so quiet?
Yeah.
And it just wasn't appropriate for me to whip out my camera and be like, hi guys. So I was just being respectful of everyone else's peace and quiet.
There were some commuters, weren't there, London to Paris? They were working.
Yeah, loads of people were working on their laptops, and I could see many an Outlook and Teams open on the commute. So yeah, it wasn't the right time. And then we basically were just driven here. So I do apologise that my travel vlog hasn't really been that much travel. But yeah, the time now is 5:14. Do you like my new screensaver? It's Rapunzel's tower. It's 5:15 and we've got 45 minutes until our booking at Waltz, which is apparently very hard to get, but it was actually the first one I booked, and I don't know how I managed to book it, but I managed to get Waltz. So we are going there this evening. I think I'm just going to wear this, I don't think I'm going to change. I've only bought one dress of me, and that's for the last night because we're going to the restaurant in the hotel, and it's one of the more fancy restaurants that they have on property. But yeah, it's just so special. I feel so lucky and fortunate that we're here. Yeah, definitely a once in a lifetime experience this. But I just feel so grateful. So our plan for this evening is after Waltz. I've just booked to meet a character, I don't know which character, in the My Royal Encounter here at the hotel. So we're going to see a character, and then we're going to go to the Castle Club Lounge, and we're going to watch the fireworks from the lounge tonight. And then tomorrow we're going to go and stand on Main Street or in the like pen bit that they have for accessibility people. So yes, I've been talking for way too long, so I'm gonna go, but I hope to bring you along to Waltz and show you what the food's like and stuff, and if we enjoy it, which I'm sure we will, but I'll bring you along anyway. And yeah, anything else to add? She's shaking her head.
I think my case especially.
Let it take you back to the first time you felt it. All the stars in your sky.
Hello, I'm back on this bed. It's been turned down for the night, and I've started my collection of collectibles. So we went to Waltz. It was very quiet. It was there were children in there, but even the children seemed to be behaving quite well, apart from like the occasional scream. But like, it was really like refined atmosphere. So again, didn't talk much, but I did take some videos of the food, so that should either have come in before this clip or now you should see some food. My life has changed. I like chicken pot pie. I had no idea. That was like my best course. Like, I enjoyed the chicken pot pie more than the cookie, and the cookie was good, yeah, but the chicken pot pie, life-changing. Yes, we went there and then we came back to the room. What I didn't tell you is that I had like a heart attack on the way. We basically made it so many steps out of the gates for realising the reason Mum can't walk very well is because we've left her stick, and she was just walking all over the place, and it took us so long to work out what the problem was. So yeah, we only made it we didn't even make it to Main Street. We kind of just made it through the gates. And then I was like, it's fine, I'll go and get it. You just take like a little hobble here. And the key card wouldn't work. So I couldn't get back into the hotel. And by the time I had it fixed, got up to the hotel, I literally ran back to Mum. Like, I was sweating, and yeah, it had to be reset and everything. So we were actually 11 minutes late to our reservation at Waltz. Mum's gasping. I am not late. Like, we were going, it was 10 to 6 when we realised she hadn't got her stick, and I was already stressing because I thought we were late. And then we arrived at 11 past 6. So yeah, I wasn't best pleased with myself. And then we went after dinner, we went and met Snow White. So if I have that photo, I will insert it here because they did it on our photo pass that we've paid for. So in theory, they're going to scan our photo pass, all the photos will go online and I'll be able to access them. Let me show you what I've been collecting. And then we went to so after we met Snow White, we came back up to the Castle Club Lounge and we watched the fireworks, and I'm not gonna lie, I cried several times. I've cried a lot today. I'm really happy, but I've been crying a lot. And yeah. Can you see, I was like, can you see anything with my name details? No, you can't. Okay. I was just aware that just now I had something like my passport or something. It was there. Oh, you're balanced on it now. It's fine. You're balanced on my paperwork. Yes. Anyway, so we watched the fireworks from the hotel lounge, and they were amazing. But where I was sat, it wasn't great for filming. So I don't think you're going to see any footage, and if you do, you'll see what I mean by it's not really great for filming where I was sat. We are hoping to go and see the fireworks in person tomorrow or Thursday. And yeah, we're just tired but really happy. Let me show you a couple of the things I've started collecting. So, oh, here. The lady at check-in was like, have you had one of these yet? And this is the key card holder. And I was like, no, I have not. And me and Mum both got excited, so she gave one to me and Mum each. And she's like, as you like shiny things, would you like a sticker? And me and Mum were like, well, yes, we would. So we have this magic carpet sticker each. I then have stolen already the Castle Club notebook thing and pen. They're coming home with me. In the bar just now, they put these down as the coasters and they were so cute, so we have to take them home. And then on the bed, they've done a turn down service for us, and on the bed when we walked in was this little Cendrillon card. I think that's how you say Cinderella in French. And it's got Cinderella with Jacques and Goose. And I hope they do a different princess every night. That will make me happy. So yeah, that's my little collectible bag that I'm very excited to have. But yeah, it's now 2 minutes to 10. We got up at 5:30 and we didn't get much sleep last night or the night before. So I'm hoping tonight is the night that we're going to have a great night in this massive bed. This bed is so big that when I was sat in it with Mum just now, she was sat there and there was like a comfortable long amount of distance before I could touch her. So this is probably the biggest bed I've ever seen. And yeah, I'm exhausted, but I wanted to finish this vlog. So what I'm going to do is have this on its own as a day 1 and then put days 2 and 3 together and days 4 and 5 together. So if you want to see us actually exploring Disneyland Paris, then please do subscribe. Tuesday we are doing the Disneyland Park. Wednesday we are planning on doing the studios, so that will be in the next vlog. And yeah, thank you so much if you've made it this far. I really appreciate it, and I will see you again soon for another vlog.